No, mate, I need you to do this now, please.
And this is why I don't want to get into a fight. WES NELSON, hi, Wes. He was polite but firm.
I was polite, but...
The fact he doesn't even know how old
My
he is.
face. Don't have a strop. Don't have a strop. Dear Mr. Neighbour, I am so freaking pissed.
Then we're both having bitch feeds and then we've argued for the rest of the evening. Like,
Let me guess, what is it? Because I've got no mates? Is that what you're saying? Got a bit here then. Just a little bit of space. Whoa, 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 whoa.
go on then.
You alright?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, intrusive thoughts all left.
Just imagine it's your mate. Hi, my name's Tiffany.
And I'm Connor.
And welcome to our podcast, Catch Me If I Fall.
Why are you laughing? Let me guess, what is it? Because I've got no mates? Is that what you're saying? Because I've got no mates. Imagine it's an imaginary friend. Oh, fucking muggy, bro.
Oh.
I know you. I knew that was you. I knew that was. I know you.
But you thought
that.
it as well.
No, I didn't think it. It's when you laugh, I'm like, oh, she's being muggy. Let me think what she's thinking.
By the way, Connor does have friends, but
I do have friends. I don't have to declare I don't have friends.
it's like a Monica friends.
How mum?
Is it your brother or your mum?
She's talking about the part when Rachel's guessing who's rung her today, and she says she's got friends.
She's like, what's your mum or your brother?
But Tiff invites like the postman to her birthday. She's like, more the merrier.
Darling, it's nice to be nice.
But sometimes Tiff will talk to a person for one day and they'll be like, yeah, come to my wedding.
No, we were quite strict at our wedding. But birthdays, I think, live a little. I prefer to be this way than Billy No Mates.
All my mates are busy. All my mates are busy. Sorry, all your mates got nothing to do and they just wait for a girls' brunch out.
Girls love a brunch.
Girls love a brunch. That's why there's people going to it that she has.
No, do you know why it is? No, actually, do you know why there's girls go out and they have more girl time than boys do for birthdays? Because actually, it's more of a girl thing. It's because we actually had this discussion the other day.
Yeah.
Girls, we go out for like coffee dates. Girls talk. Like we go out. I'll FaceTime my girl mates a lot. Like I'll ring, actually not face. No, I do. I try and
Girls
FaceTime.
talk
Not
to
that they
talk
want to.
though. That's me. Like girls talk to like if you have a 10-minute spare, I know for a fact, I'll put my life on it, that you will FaceTime someone.
Yeah, I do. I like chatting.
But you just chat to chat, and even like sometimes when you ring someone, you check in, but also like you're bored, then like you just want to talk. You love a chat. Come on, you love a chat.
If I ring you and I'm in the car, 9 times out of 10 I'm bored. I've obviously not had good music on, and I'm like, who can I ring?
But you know what's funny though, when she
Sorry,
says,
it's always you. Or
but when she says that, I'm in the car with her.
Yeah, you
and I know for a fact that I know when you ring Amber as a sister, she'll ring Amber's like, yeah, you've asked me if I'm fine like 4 times now, and I'm like, that's just Tiff. That's just Tiff just carrying on the conversation. I could tell Amber's just as baffed as I am sitting in the car.
If she's not bringing anything to the conversation, then I guess I've got to keep talking.
That's what I mean. I feel like girls.
But that's what I mean.
That's what I mean.
That's why when you go out for a girls' day, I feel like girls do. No, but I feel like girls do a lot more. Like rarely. I don't see many boys out.
Bottom line is that bottoms up. The bottom line is women talk more, men don't.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why you guys would do a lot more than what we would ever do.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that I have no friends. I think going back to the topic, like you're making that like.
Of course.
So the one time I need to plan something on my birthday, everyone's doing something. So yeah, therefore I don't have any friends at that point. And I want to do something the next week, but we booked a gig, so.
Okay.
We're just going to glaze over Connor's 31st birthday.
32nd. The fact he doesn't even know how old
My
he is.
Oh, that's even worse.
Do you know what? The other day.
That's even worse. The midlife crisis is worse. No, so basically, I'm saying it's my story. I came to the conclusion. We were watching Love Island, and I was sitting there. I was like, "Rah, no one's above the age of 27."
No, there is. There's one guy that's 30.
One guy that's no. But what did I do? So as they were introducing everyone, they're like, "Oh, hi, I'm Jess, I'm 22. Hi, I'm Anna, I'm 25. Hi, I'm like, oh God." And I sat there, like, as this was going on, I was like, I'm too old to go into Love Island.
No, but that's what gave Connor the mental breakdown. Bearing in mind that I had a meltdown at 30. Like, at age 30, I was Joey from Friends or Rachel. Like, I didn't want to, like, I celebrated, but I was like so upset.
Also, just pause quickly, you realise Tiff has references, but they're always muddled up. you're like Rachel from Friends. I'm like, it was the Joey from Friends.
Joey from Friends. Either or someone.
But even your sayings though, like we'll learn as the podcast go on. Go carry on.
Anywho, Connor had a full on. He like, I'm not even joking. I saw his face change. I was like, what is the matter? He was like, I'm 12 for love. And I was like, sorry, darling, we just got married. I didn't realise you were applying for Love Island. I didn't understand you were. I'm gonna go Love Island next week.
No, I don't want to go on Love Island, but it's like me realising like, fuck.
You're too old.
I'm old.
Well, he thinks he's old now.
I'm old. I've got even older. I was watching Love Island. I was like, fuck, they're all young.
Oh, baby.
And then literally 1 30-year-old came and I was like, represent. We represent. We realised as well, we're the over 30 categories if we did X Factor.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Nobody wanted to be in their category.
Do you appreciate that? Like, I think.
No, but I still feel young. That's the annoying thing.
That's what's fucked.
No, and I bet all the people that done X Factor was like, why the fuck are we getting tarnished as being old? Like, I'm 30. Like, it's not that. Yeah, I'm sorry. It is really lame.
No, but I feel like I think that's the thing. I feel like again, like, we don't feel old.
No.
But society will make you feel old, as in Love Island. No one older than 31.
No.
X Factor, 30's over.
I will say another thing that makes me
Nightclubs, over 30's night.
Another thing that makes me feel old, and it was quite funny, is no, she was actually. Me and Connor was doing a gig recently.
Oh,
and we was on it with like all baby. I say babies, like 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like 20, 22. Connor was like, Tiff, like we got in the car, he was like, what do you reckon his skincare is? I was like,
do you reckon they got Botox?
Yeah, he was like, he's definitely got Botox. I was like, babe, it's youth. Like, his skin regime is he's young. I was like, darling, we're not young anymore.
You
like,
can't
we
buy
are
you.
young.
Yeah, we
I'm
are.
putting myself into an old.
But does that make us feel old for us saying we are young?
We are young, but obviously when they're
we
like
are young.
20,
Look, we've got baggy jeans. We're in with the trends. I got baggy jeans.
No, to the point the other day, our neighbours were being really loud, and Connor actually put a letter through. And you know that film where they go, just keep it down.
The neighbours, just keep it down.
But we spent a good 40 minutes deciding how we were going to tell them, please can you be quieter. Oh, we're old.
No, we did send a letter though. But not because we're old, it's because we fucking hate confrontation. We hate confrontation.
Oh, yeah, no, but also, like, we did actually try and knock and they weren't in about 3 times.
We knocked specifically when they were out. So we can say we tried. No, but it was quite funny. I was like, I can't live like this. But also, we don't like confrontation. Also, to the
we
point.
wouldn't have had confrontation, but we just
but like the possibility of having, because the thing is, me and Tifa, we just can't be bothered with drama, man. So if there's even a possibility of confrontation, we're just like, nah, we'll give you a letter.
Dear Mr.
Dear Mr. Neighbor, I am so freaking pissed. Your music is so loud, and I can hear TikToks when you're taking a shit.
No, do you know what? Our walls must be really thin, but it got to a point.
They probably just heard that.
Yeah, they're probably listening to us now like rude. But we was in bed, and their bathroom obviously backs up onto our bedroom. Yeah. And it was so funny, like me and Connor there, but sometimes it got to the point where like we could hear them, and they've got really infectious laughs, which I actually love.
Yeah.
Like I'm like.
But at a certain time.
Yeah, but it got to a point like me and Connor, like one day they were proper like pissed themselves, and we were literally like, "Let's hear it." Like, what's the joke?
So we used to be able to hear word for word the TikToks that they were watching, and they were creasing to the point where we would know the TikToks, and then we were creasing up there.
That's a banger. That's a banger.
But also the thing about confrontation as well is like, so I'm not confrontational. Tiff hasn't seen me be confrontational. No. But there's been a few situations where like recently where like I've not got confrontation. I haven't even got near being confrontational. Oh, but Tiff has kind of been like, why are you doing that for?
Big dick energy.
No, but it's not even. No, but that's me. Like, I'm like, so basically, like, long story short, someone tried to cut the line, and I was like, hey mate, you can't cut like.
It's a queue.
Yeah, it's a queue. But I was like, hey mate, like the queue starts back there. He's like start kicking up. I was like, yeah, well, if your wife's back there, like go back there. Like, and I stood my ground. I didn't square up. I literally just went, no, chat shit, go to the back.
He was polite but firm.
I was polite. But, so I did that, like literally, a 2-minute like conversation, not even altercation, not altercation, just conversation. He was aggy, but I was like, and he was fat as well. But like, no, like I refused.
just put that in there.
Yeah, he was fat. Yeah, just so.
Not that that's got anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Why does that matter?
Because he can overpower me, but I stood my ground. Because he's fat.
What, because he's fat?
Yeah, because he's fat. Yeah, if he tried to sit on me, fucking, it'll be hard to get out. Just giving you context of the confrontation. Like, I was dealing with a guy who was bigger than me, and I'll still be like, nah, mate, get to the back of the line.
So Connor thinks in the middle of a queue, he's just going
to. But also, the thing is, so where I'm going, yeah, he would sit on me. But then also, so basically, my point to this conversation is like,
this isn't a long story short anymore.
It's not our story. If we say long story short, sit down is going to be the long one. But basically, like, I said, so that happens, and Tiff's automatic reaction is like, oh, you're a bit much. But I said to her, like, just don't say that, because this is the side of me that has to potentially protect you if we do get into a fight. So, or an altercation.
And this is why I don't want to get into a fight.
But you know what I mean? So like, if I'm meant to protect you, but every time like I even say something with a little bit of a chair, she's like, oh yeah, you got a bit much then. No, so if we do if someone tries to rob Tiff, I won't protect her. I was like, oh, I don't want to get too much.
No, but I'm the same. Like, I'm not confrontational, but like.
But sometimes you just need to raise your voice in some situations.
Yeah, some people. So do you know what we've realised? More so travelling, we've realised people are just fucking rude.
They do the right thing, man.
For like no reason. And I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're obviously British. British people, we love a fucking queue.
So being British, we love a queue and we're really polite.
We're too polite.
To the point where if you bump into me on the street, we say sorry. Yeah. And to be fair, Tiffany is really like really polite. Like, she just constantly like. Oh, she says sorry all the time, to the point where like I'm saying sorry, and I'm saying sorry, and I'm not even in the way. Like, I'll cross the street and someone will cross, and I'll say sorry by the time they got off the street. It's just.
Do you know what? It's nice to be polite though. Manners don't cost a thing.
Yeah, I know, but there's a point where you're just saying sorry just to say sorry. So therefore, your politeness isn't very polite.
I am too polite.
Because you're really polite, that because you're so polite that you would never kick up a fuss, you never say. Yeah. You'd never be like, mate, you're being a dick. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't. So then when I do have times like that...
I don't, but when I go, I go.
When you say when you go, you go. So like,
when we was on the cruise ship, and this was years ago, like 10 years ago, and I had quite a few bevies, that's probably why I went. But...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The security guard...
That's because she can't drink Bacardi.
The security... Yeah, I can't. See, anyone else have a bad drink? Like, that's a different subject, but like...
Also, as well, like, every big argument we've ever had is because she's had a strawberry daiquiri or a Miami Vice.
The strawberry daiquiri's at the one. I do love a strawberry dac. But when I'm saying when I go, I'm like, no. I'll be polite.
Yeah. Basically, like, we were queuing up to get onto the cruise ship and the security weren't letting us on because they had to let certain people on before us.
But then they were going to say you're late, so then we get a disciplinary. Yeah. So no, that was a fair point. So I stuck up for myself.
No, you didn't stick up for yourself. You basically, like, I then recorded it and they tried to take my phone, and then that's when Tiff was like, don't you touch my man, my man.
This was like 10 years ago.
I stood there and I was like, I have never been your man in any situation.
I'm just not a confrontational person in general.
But I think also, like, you do need to, like...
take after me, Dad.
Yeah, because also, if you're too polite, people will automatically assume they can, not push you over, but take the piss a little bit.
Probably.
So I'm not saying you have to be a dick, but like if someone's being a dick, they need to know. I think people need to know about themselves. Be polite up to a certain point.
And then
like if you're annoyed, let the person know you're annoyed. There's no point like being polite, and then they come and talk to you, and then like actually I'm annoyed. They're like, well, I never knew you were annoyed because you were just really super polite to me.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that.
But we have done that in the Maldives when we had to get our equipment covered and protected. I sent a bit of a pissy voice note, and another situation, Tiff was like, Connor, I wouldn't be that pissed off if I was you. But I'm like, they need to know.
No, because sometimes I think it's always nice to start polite because
Which I did.
Yeah, no, you did in all fairness. But other people don't have the same like way of thinking as us. Mm. So if someone was polite to me, like I'd want to help them out more. Whereas if someone's a dick to me, like in any of our jobs, if we work for a company and they're a bit of a dick, A, we'll just never work for you again, fine. But B, me and Connor are genuinely so easy. Yeah. Like, you could tell us to do majority of things and we're like, yeah, sure. Like, we are yes people when it comes to anything with our work. But if you are a knob and then very authoritative and things like that, like I get my back up with things like that, especially if you're rude, then I'm now like, oh, I'm not going to help you with favours. Whereas we've worked with certain people that are like the loveliest people you could ever meet. And I think this is a general. I think anyone, if you have a boss that is lenient on you or not lenient, but like understanding, personable.
Just a human being.
You're going to want to work harder for them. You're going to want to
help them out.
And like, if they're like, Tiff, can you do me a favour? I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll jump and do that. Like, and I think that's because that's as me as a person. Like, I'd always try and help.
Think,
yeah. Whereas if someone is quite like people that think people are below them, if you work for them as a boss, I don't like that. That gets my back up, and I think that gets a lot of people's back up, because then you think, no, if you've asked me to do an extra something, I'm not going to do it, because then if you're being very by like the contract, I'll be by the contract. I'll be like, that's not in my contract.
There's a time and place for everything, in my personal opinion. Obviously, don't go around like validating you being a dick, because there's no need to be a dick at any point in your life. But if there is a point where you need to be like, no mate, I need you to do this now, please.
That is so British. No, you need to do it now. Please. Thank you.
No, because as I said it, I was like, oh, that's well aggressive.
Too polite, guys. English are too polite.
Basically, if someone's a dick, you can call them a dick, I think.
Yeah. That's true.
So, we thought that we just have a little chat about why we're doing the podcast. And I don't think we've really spoken to each other about it, so this should be interesting. So why are we doing the podcast?
People say we're really interesting. Do you know what? I'm doing it because I like documenting stuff. I don't know what you're actually doing. He's doing it because I'm doing it. That's actually the real reason.
Yeah, maybe.
And no, people always say to us like, you have such an interesting life. Like, we'd love to know like more about you. And people always ask us. By the way, we are. If you haven't watched the intro, we're acrobats that travel the world, but live, breathe, work together. So people are like, you've seen so much at your young age. And they were like, you should like, do you not have anything that, and I was like, no, we don't. And then someone said to me, you should really do a podcast. So that's the reason we're doing a podcast.
And I think also just to like document your life, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to look back on things as well. I think we're doing a podcast because I don't think we do enough together, in all honesty. I think working together, living together, travelling the world, being acrobats isn't enough. I feel like the last 20% of our spare time should be spent doing more things together, I think, to build that bond.
You can say no. It's free will, free choice.
Okay, free choice, but if I say no, you're holding us back a little bit. Yeah, that's what it is. So we're doing a podcast because we really want to document our lives and our journey together. Don't have a strop. Don't have a strop. Did you just see her have a strop? She just had a big strop there.
Connor literally is like, like, so.
That's not my jaw. Every time you do me, you go, my jaw ain't that big. And
we started TikTok as a joke. I then said to Connor, actually, it was our friend Lee, Mr. Lee. He basically said to us, like, why did you not carry on with TikTok? Like, you've done alright. And I was like, because like life came back to normal and we love our work. So we don't even call it work actually. We love what we do. So we didn't feel the need to do TikTok. And then basically I was just kind of, no, we should actually carry it on, because A, when we look back at it, we actually had a right laugh.
Yeah.
Even though we had a few tantrums on the way. And B, like, it is fun. So anyway, we then started doing TikTok again, and he literally was like, don't want to do it. Next thing, friggin', we done one that went like a bit viral with like WES NELSON and Craig David. This one, just walked in. WES NELSON, hi Wes. I was like, completely joking.
Yeah, but I think you need that though. I think.
He's literally like, sorry, mate, I was just sorry to from just on the phone to Wes. Like,
Wes talking about the next TikTok video. Yeah, hold on.
Honestly.
Yeah, if you get David on it as well, that'd be good. But so I think
he makes out that he doesn't love it, and then he loves it. He's like, Tiff, what we got? And I was like, 5 million on this one. He was like, I'm a milli. Like,
but I think
I
think we're happy medium. I think if you're chasing something, it's good to have like a little achievements and accomplishments along the way, because it kind of keeps the ball rolling. So for me, that was WES NELSON and getting a bit of a appreciation sort of thing. Huh? WES NELSON?
Is that his name?
I don't know. Wes Nelson. It's N-E-L, not N-I-L.
I don't know.
Let us know in the comments what his name is. I mean, we can read it, but we don't know how to say it. But basically, what is Tiff's like dopamine hit? That's what it is. It was a little dopamine hit for me. That's like, oh no, this is fun. Let's keep doing it. But what is Tiff's is she just loves just looking at the views and the analytics of the video. Where that doesn't kind of get me excited. Like getting when
it does.
It does. No, it gets me excited, but it gets you more excited. Like
Do you know what it is? People don't realise, and I'll say this, I didn't actually realise it before we done TikToks. Content creation, there is a lot that goes into it.
Like TikTok or vlogging or podcasting isn't just putting a phone up. Like we invest time in like getting lights, getting stuff, making sure it looks legit.
But it's not even that. You film stuff and then you think that was no.
And also, a 30-second video. How long does it take to do a 30-second video? Sometimes it can take up to an hour and a half.
Sometimes we're like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But other times, like, if we have to learn something, I say to Connor, I can't be honest. Then he has a fucking meltdown. Yeah. Then I have a meltdown. Then we're both having bitch fits, and then we've argued for the rest of the evening. Like, people think also what you see, like, content creation with your partner as well is hard, like, especially because we train together for a living, then we'll try and fit in content creation because people are like, I love the videos you do. We do love them as well, but obviously you get no reward from it. Like, maybe other content creators at the moment, they're making like big dollar off it or whatever, but me and Connor, big dollar, we're buzzing if we make £20. Like, if we make £20, I'm like, take away.
Yeah. No, it goes to the food shop. We're like, that's a week.
But that's what I mean. That's not a week.
No, when we got paid like £90.
Yeah, I was going to say that 20 quid gets you not even one bag in Tesco's.
Right, let's stay on topic because you're going to go off.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is like, what was I saying?
I knew it. I knew it.
But content creation is basically actually a lot
like
to edit it, to make it pop. Then to find trending stuff, like to be staying relevant actually is something like.
Now we're 31, 32.
So guys, just to let you know.
Guys.
The reason.
Listen up.
So the reason that this, if we're in a different position with Mum Jumble, is because basically, it's because our battery died on our camera.
We're trying to do podcasts, but the camera only allows
23
minutes. So
we've missed probably about 10 minutes of good
which
chat.
is fucking gold, but
it was gold.
The thing about gold,
that was all our funny bits.
Yeah. That's the thing about gold, if you find it once, you can find it again, so it should be right. Ooh, you're fucking world tool.
We love it. We love a motivational.
No, we love a little quote. We love a little we love a little line that makes us go, ooh, yeah.
I love a motivational.
But the thing about Tiff, like, she tries. There's no doorbell. Oh. What is it, boy? That's why you need. That's why you can't do that.
Motivational quotes.
I know, but also like just remember that. But that's why you can't do like you could just be in the podcast because you faff, you do all this stuff, and you just throw me. You're hot and bothered.
Yeah. Do you know what?
This is Tiffany's idea, and she's
today is the hottest day. I'm not even joking of the year they've said so far. So forgive me for being hot and bothered.
Okay. But I've got one more question. Actually, two questions. You're hot and bothered, but you're giving me more of a hot and bothered / tired feel. What have you eaten today, and how much water have you had? In all honesty, what have you eaten today? Be honest. Let me say, you've had a 2 egg omelette. Yeah. And you've just had with peppers, a pepper, probably half a pepper, with now a slice of toast all day.
And a Mars bar.
And
some
where'd you get Mars bar from?
Mars.
Back to the motivational quotes. We love a little line. We love a little quote. Like it does get me going in the mornings. But what I would say is Tiff tries to always retell the quote or say the quote again, and you always get a mumble. I've not heard you say.
What was the one I said recently?
I don't even know. But she'll say two different sayings in one. I can't even think of an example. You said something, and I was like,
if you want some more, come back for another podcast.
When we think about it. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed the podcast this week. If there's anything you want us to talk about more, let us know in the comments.